They say that only the gods could have known the secret of charting the cosmos. But here's the thing. They did. And it wasn't the gods at all, but ordinary people who were able to discover this knowledge. And they did it without any fancy equipment, just by looking up at the stars and making keen observations about the patterns in the sky. They made incredible voyages across huge stretches of ocean and land, and they passed down their knowledge through stories, songs, and star maps. They created amazing tools like astrolabes and quadrants to help them figure out where they were in the universe. And they even had these cool shadow boards that could tell them which direction the sun would rise and set. It was a time when people really understood the connection between the patterns in the sky and the rhythm of life on Earth. But then, something happened. Over time, this ancient wisdom was lost, or maybe even deliberately suppressed. We stopped looking up at the stars and started focusing on other things. For thousands of years, we didn't pay much attention to the stars or the tools that our ancestors used to navigate by them. But luckily, some of those tools survived. Like this one. It's an astrolabe, a really old tool used for navigation and astronomy. It was created in 1850 by a guy named Munshi Jan Muhammad, who was a really big deal in the Islamic world, because he combined astronomy with astrology. This astrolabe is a physical representation of the universe, with the stars embedded in its brass surface. It's a tangible link to the rich history of celestial navigation. But if you look closely at this astrolabe, you'll see something strange. There are no stars in the sky, not a single one. Can you guess why? Well, it is. Because the ancient people who created these star maps didn't just map the positions of the stars. They also mapped their movements. They knew that the stars weren't fixed in place, but actually moved in predictable patterns over time. This meant that to chart the cosmos, you had to keep track of not just where the stars were, but also where they were going. So instead of relying on a map that showed a snapshot of the night sky, ancient navigators had to use more sophisticated methods to track the stars' movements and calculate their positions. They developed complex systems of equations and algorithms to do this, which they then encoded in their star maps. For example, the Pleiades star cluster was used as a fixed point of reference, while the positions of other stars were calculated relative to it. By using this method, ancient navigators could accurately determine their location anywhere on Earth. It is a testament to the ingenuity and intelligence of our ancestors that they were able to develop such a sophisticated system of celestial navigation. And it reminds us that there is so much more to the ancient world than meets the eye.